Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beato. On today's Everything Music, it's What Makes This Song Great, episode 79. The band are the Foo Fighters, and the song is The Pretender. Coming up next. The Pretender is off the Foo Fighters' 2007 release, Echoes, Silence, Patience, and Grace. It was produced by Gil Norton, who also produced their second record, The Color and Shape, and is one of my favorite producers. And it was written by Dave Grohl. The song begins with this beautiful, clean guitar picking part. Love this. Okay, so first of all, that's gotta be Dave Grohl playing. Dave Grohl is such a good guitar player. He's such a good drummer, and that carries over into his guitar playing on every record because his time is so good on these things. His touch is amazing, and his time is so steady. You probably don't even think about it, but you always have to think about the fact that Dave Grohl's an amazing drummer. He's got great time, and it really translates into his guitar part. So he's got this beautiful A minor 9 voicing. And then it kind of bounces like this. Then to this chord, which is F sharp minor 7 flat 5, very unusual. And he does that bend there on the F sharp. I love that. Into F major 7. So right off the bat, we have an unusual chord happening there with this half diminished chord resolving down to the major 7th. It's a great move. Let's listen on. Vocals enter.
Dark, you know they all pretend.
Beautiful.
Keep you in the dark, and so it all began.
You notice that the vocal really moves kind of against what's going on in the picking part. It's got beautiful intervals in it, and it has the characteristic Dave Grohl vocal double. Let me solo the vocals here. He always doubles his vocals, just about all the time. Here it is.
Keep you in the dark, you know they all
Very tight double.
pretend. Keep you in the dark, and so it all began.
Actually, let me explain vocal doubles, because people always ask me, what is a vocal double? I always say it like it's something that everybody should know. A vocal double or double track is when a singer sings the same thing on 2 separate tracks and they blend them together. It sounds like a chorus singing. Dave's doubles on this are so tight that it sounds like an effect. I mean, I guess it could be an effect, but to me it sounds like a vocal double. Doubles have been used since the Beatles. I mean, that they would historically, in the choruses, the Beatles would almost always have their vocals doubled. But not just the Beatles. You know, Chris Cornell doubled his vocals in the chorus. Pretty much everybody in pop music, top 40 radio, they'll double, sometimes they'll triple track, quadruple track the vocals, but at least doubling the vocals in the chorus. That's why it's called a chorus. So let's continue on. Let me talk a little bit about the note choices in the melody here in the verse, since this melody is used throughout the whole tune. So it starts on the 5th of the A minor chord. So, which is a nice move. It goes back to the root of A minor, then walks up, back down, and then beautiful interval jump here on the F sharp chord. Even though it's F sharp minor 7 flat 5, it's really functioning like a D over F sharp. And then it goes down to the 5th of the F major 7 chord. It begins again. Then it walks down. And it holds on the G there. Next, the drums and guitar enter, and then the rest of the band with these stabs. Here's the drums. And then the kick drum accents. And then along with that, we have this guitar line, this electric guitar line. Check it out. So it's kind of hard to tell unless you hear it solo. I assume this is Chris Shiflett that's playing this part, but it's droning off the open high E string. And then Dave and the bass player Nate enter with these chord stabs. Check it out. You'll notice in this section the vocals become more intense.
Send in your skeletons, sing as their bones come marching in again.
Really, on this line,
the need you bury deep,
just
the
really
secrets that you keep on.
adds the intensity. And then the drums right here. Listen. Awesome. Right to that open hi-hat. Then we have the bass going to eighth notes here. Check it out. So clean. So just before this pre-chorus octave build-up, there's a killer drum fill that Taylor Hawkins plays. Listen. Woo! Listen. Love that whole section. I love that. That's like a fast caveman drumming right there. Okay, so then there's the octave build between the guitars and the bass playing unison. This is a very common Foo Fighters thing that Dave's done in a lot of songs, and it's a really effective way to lead you into the chorus, where the guitars and bass play in unison. So it simply starts on D, and then right into the chorus. Let's check it out again with the drums. That drum fill leads into it perfectly. Okay, so that's the really hook of the chorus. It's not only the vocals, it's that off time change that happens right there. So here's the chorus. Okay, so there's a hit that is 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. So that kick that happens on 4 with the crash cymbal accent really makes the chorus interesting, because there's a rhythmic dissonance is what I call that happens there. All those upbeat accents that happen there, and then you hit on 4, and that just makes it really exciting against the vocal. Let me just solo the lead vocals along with the drums so you can really hear it. What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one? So if I play it like that, you don't notice it at all. But when I just solo the vocals along with the guitars and bass, listen. What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one of your plays? Now Dave does hit again on that 4, right? But the drums are straight, so the drums are actually working with the vocals, and the guitars and bass go against it and create that rhythmic dissonance until they all come together on 4. I'll play along with it. So during this interlude, we have this guitar riff here, which is essentially like that verse part that's, but played here. By the way, I'm playing through my Hi-Watt Custom 20 and through the aux right into Pro Tools, which I really haven't done in a video before. And it sounds killer for this. Also, during this, Taylor Hawkins plays these flams. And then back into that verse groove. Straight eighths from the bass again. And then we have that halftime groove in the drums that happens there. That is really killer. Listen. Just like do-do-do-da-da-do-do-da-da. So that cut time in the drums, I think, makes that a lot more exciting there. I'll let do-do-do-da-do. It's almost like the drum beat to My Hero that Dave plays on the second record. I also love that he adopted a growlism where he plays the kick drum. I mean, I don't know if he did that beforehand, but he plays the kick under the fills, which Dave does a lot, which I really love. When he's doing the 16th note fills, he does the 8th note kick. Listen. That is so effective to do that. Anytime you have a fill, a 16th note fill like that, it's really cool to have the kick drum going underneath it. That's more of a I think it's more of a modern thing compared to the drummers in the 70s. Dave used to play that a lot, would play the kick drum under it. I think it really makes it a lot more powerful having that. But we haven't really talked about the vocals in the chorus. Let me isolate the harmonies first, and then I'll bring in the lead vocal, which is really, really incredibly well sung. Let's check it out.
What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one in your place? You're the pretender. What if I say I'll never surrender? What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one in your place? You're the pretender. What if I say I will never surrender?
Killer vocal parts, really well sung. The harmonies are spread wide in stereo. The lead vocal's up the center, fills up the entire stereo mix. And the note choices are perfect. As a matter of fact, I think that's really what makes the song great, is what happens right here in the chorus when it hits this F sharp half diminished chord. Because if you listen to the vocals solo, the harmonies and lead vocals.
What if I say I'm not just another one in your place? You're the
okay, so the two harmony parts are singing. They're singing the A, D, and the lead vocal is singing that, but the bass is on there. So you're getting a big first inversion D major chord between the bass and the vocals. Let me throw the bass in so you can hear it.
What if I say I'm not just another one in your place? You're the
Okay, so you get a big first inversion D major chord against that half diminished chord there. But that makes the chorus really expand right there, and it's I think it makes it incredibly melodic. Let's listen on.
What if I say I'm not just another one in your place? You're the pretender. What if I say I will never
Then we're into the break. Once again, we have the same octave break. Let me play along. Bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Offbeat kick and bass. Then
I'm what's right.
Eighth notes in the bass.
I'm the hand that'll take you down when you to your knees. So who are you? Yeah, who are you?
Let's check out the guitars there. There's a great riff going on. In the bridge, we have this guitar enter with flange on it. You can hear the flanging on it. And then we have this.
I'm what's left.
And just pedaling on the A. Let's check out what the drums are doing during this build-up. So he goes to this. Riding on the floor tom beat. Quarter note kick. Hi-hat in. Then he brings a snare in. And then we have the bass, which has a really cool run that happens right here at the very end. I'll play you the bass and drums. Listen. So he's going on the bass. It's really cool. Then we're into the break. And the break brings it back down to the intro guitar.
Keep you in the dark, you know they all pretend.
Then
What if I say you're not like the others? What if I say you're not just another one in your place? You're the pretender. What if I say you're not surrender? What if I say you're not like the others? What if I say you're not just another one in your place? You're the pretender. What if I say you're not surrender? What if I say you're not like the others?
okay, check out this drum fill. Oh yeah, listen. Taylor Hawkins is a monster. In context again. And there's another great one coming up. Right here. Oh, that's another classic Taylor Hawkins drum fill. Listen to this. I love that. It's awesome. And then, riding the crash. The vocals. Dave Grohl once said about Kurt Cobain that it's like he was spitting nails. I think something like that. That's what his voice sounded like. Well, that's what Dave Grohl's voice sounds like there. It's really incredibly powerful. Listen. And you're that huge floor tom hanging over at the very end of the track. Another thing I want to point out in the ending is that we have an extra layer of harmony vocals. There's an answer vocal that's mixed in with them. Check this out. Right here.
What if I say I'll never surrender? What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I
Verse
say
melody.
I'm not just another one in your place?
Works perfectly. And with the lead.
I surrender. What if I say I'm not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one in your place? You're the pretender. What if I say I will never surrender? So who are you?
That's amazing, that bend that happens there with the double track. Listen. So the double starts on F sharp, but then one of the voices scoots up to G right at the very end to create that extra bit of tension to make it even more intense right there.
So who
Totally did it on purpose.
Yahoo! Yahoo! Yahoo!
That's all for now. Please subscribe here to my Everything Music YouTube channel. If you're a first-time viewer, don't forget to ring the bell. If you're interested in the Beato book, which helps support my channel, go to my website at www.rickbeato.com. Check out the new Beato Ear Training Program. Go to BeatoEarTraining.com and watch the intro video. Follow me on Instagram at RickBeato1. I have a lot of cool guitar videos up there. And if you want to support the channel even more, think about becoming a member of the Beato Club. Thanks so much for watching.